endlessly searching for an original sound.
I have not played Nico Para before. Someone gifted it to me and asked me to do it.
Cool. All right, we ready?
Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna change the name of the stream. Titles. How do they spell gray? Like, fuck it, I don't care.
G-R-A-Y. Gray.
Well, I know there's 2 different ways to spell it, apparently.
I know, but it's like right there on your screen.
Is it?
Crimson gray, right behind options.
Oh. Does it surprise you that I'm not paying attention?
It's fine, that's why you have me here.
Exactly. Received unknown error from Twitch. What? Twitch, don't be gay. There you go. Good job, Twitch.
It's probably the boogeyman.
Yes.
Trying to take down your Twitch stream again.
Oh, you mean YouTube?
Yep. That's what I was getting at. Yep. That's it.
Well, considering the way YouTube's been... Have you heard? YouTube took down, and YouTube's taken down 5 channels already. One of them just for mentioning Patreon in a couple of videos.
Wow, okay, wait, why Patreon?
If you, apparently from what people are surmising or figuring out, if you mention any sites outside of YouTube in a video, their bot picks that up as trying to advertise leaving YouTube. That's why I got the copyright strike twice.
Oh, alright, well, that's a very poorly programmed bot. But even so, if they're going to go that far to censor it, that's gonna make more people want to leave.
Well, now people are putting up the worst.
Now to spite them.
Now people are putting up the worst videos they can possibly think of just to piss them off.
Okay. See, that's what I was saying though. You make a consumer angry enough, they're gonna do stuff just to spite you. You can't police that.
They took down one of my favorite channels, and he just made a new one. I'm gonna say the name, guys, and yes, it's hard to say it without it sounding really racist. It's Triggers Not what you think. It's really hard to say the name because of my speech impediment. Hold on, let me go get the name so I can read it easier. It's Triggers... Oh my god, I can do this, I can do this. It's Triggers
You want to just put it up on stream and I'll read it to the chat?
I will write it down for you in Discord. It's Triggers McKnickers. How does he spell it? You see why I have a problem saying it?
Triggers McKnickers. I don't see the problem. Triggers McKnickers. Look at that.
Yeah, but it's really hard for me to say that. McKnickers. I can't say it because of my speech impediment.
Moko, that's it, Moko. You spelled it right. It's Triggers McKnickers.
Yes, that's who it is, Moko. Moko's knows it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I really like his stuff. I've actually talked to him a couple of times on YouTube. He's really a nice guy, but they're fucking with him badly. I'm sorry, I tried really hard to say the name. Oh, it sucks.
Oh my. Okay.
Fucking hell, why do they have to pick names like that?
Alright.
Yeah, I think that's why he picked that name. I'm not quite... I actually have to ask him. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave it up just so people can make fun of me in this video. Okay, let's start this masterpiece. Well, let's see. Can we do it in like this? Yeah, that didn't help. How does it look in the stream? Fuck it. You want to read this part?
Yeah, you want me to be a narrator for this, or
Well,
do you?
either
I
that or
mean,
you're gonna
I can
play
do either.
John.
How about I do both?
Okay, you do like doing your talking.
Yeah, when I get reading, I don't stop.
I'm okay with this.
John had always thought of himself as a stable person. Stability worked out well when he was just trying not to let the little things get him down. It wasn't so great when everything was crumbling around him. When the entire world started seeming gray and flat, then he began wondering if all that stability would kill him, and if he would care when it did.
Since we have the black around here, should we put the chats up right here?
Why not? That seems like
I
a,
mean,
a
it's gonna
decent
confuse a
suggestion.
lot of people that they're suddenly talking about. Nope, I can't say his name, so I'm not even gonna try.
Triggers McNickers, I gotcha.
Thank you. They're still saving me from sounding racist.
It's fine. Reading is my job now. Then this is what I do.
Let's get you guys over here. Nice.
Which is going to be great till we get to a word I don't know. Anyway.
Hopefully it won't be a word that sounds like another word that's gonna get us thrown off YouTube.
Oh, no. There aren't very many words I don't know, but when we find one, we'll know.
Suddenly we put the entire thing in Russian. Read it!
Oh, There weren't any highs or lows anymore. Whatever happened to him? John didn't feel happy or sad. He just... Well...
Hey, what are you doing spacing out, man?
You're a real head case these days, John!
Hold on, I'll be right back. Miko's freaking out.
Uh-oh. So, chat, what is your favorite kind of underpants? To keep busy while Purity's away. And just pro mode, no saying panties. Oh, both. Spaghetti, where we are on the same wavelength here. I too like the boxers. See, I think most of us like wearing boxers the most. They're just comfy. But now let's mix it up. Which one do you like to look at? Not on a person, just in general look at. Because if I were to pick one, I'd probably do spats.
Sorry about that. Miko had a little accident. You're going to float away on us?
Sorry, just distracted. A moment later, he started drifting away again. Even his friends' voices were nothing but buzzing in his ears, meaningless sounds echoing in this hollow shell. They weren't even really his friends. They were friends with a happy-go-lucky person he'd been at the beginning of the school. Sorry, he'd been at the beginning of high school. These days, they joked about him being no fun. But it was more than a joke. They'd get tired of him, find someone else, then he'd be alone.
He kind of was a manic depressant.
He wasn't sure whether or not that would be worse.
Whoa, is that creepy chick staring at us?
I think she is. Who is that anyway?
Is that the return of Sonic?
Yep. He's this is Sonic High School right now.
Oh god, no! Oh, if someone actually turned that into a visual novel thing. Oh lordy. Lizzie Doss. I think in our year, right? John, wait, right, John? Doesn't she have math with you or something?
It took John a second to even register the question. They were staring at some girl who was staring back at them.
Oh, of course she looks
She's not
perfect.
creepy. She's cute. She looked the same as all the other girls at their school. Adorable. Shyer, maybe. But she could hear them talking about her. He wanted to say something, but kept silent.
Damn, she is really staring. Oh, I stole your character. I'm sorry. Is she staring at us or John?
I think it's him. You think she's a stalker?
Mm. Yeah, those are some crazy eyes. You know, or you better watch out, John.
You're a real sad sack these days, but you can do better than her.
What a bunch of fucks!
Yeah, some friends you got, John. Shut up. The words were past his lips before he could stop them. Why'd he have to open his mouth now, of all times?
Those that are just joining us, this is called Crimson Gray.
But he couldn't let them keep talking about her like that. People called him creepy or crazy all the time, and he hated it.
He kinda was.
But after those 2 words, he just stood there like an idiot. Even when something mattered to him, he couldn't pull himself together.
What's wrong with you, man?
Don't say things like that about people you don't know. She's just hanging out up here like us. No. She's giving us serious crazy eyes. Just leave her alone, okay? She hasn't done anything to you.
Sheesh. Okay, man.
You think she's going to fall in love with you as her handsome protector or something?
Do you want to tip that fedora any harder, classmate, too?
M'lady.
Haha, that'd be just like John. I like how they always write, like, the friends as absolutely intolerable.
Yeah, some friends. You want to talk to the crazy girl? Be our guest. We're heading back to class. Loser.
Don't wait up, man. ...
Dot.
Let's see. If I open Skype, what are the probabilities of me ruining this? Dude, I don't have Skype on.
We're not using Skype.
You know what? Now that you said that, hold on. I have to go turn the screen remote on. Oh, shit. We good.
I thought share remote was already on for you, but...
Not that I have to keep manually. It keeps turning itself off.
Oh, weird. The way her eyes moved. John thought that she was focused on him so intensely that she might not have even heard what the other said.
Would it be funny if she was just staring off into space, completely zoned out this entire time?
Like we were just moments ago?
Yes.
Man, it's like we're made for each other. Did it even bother her? He wished he could be like that, instead of the smallest of things sending him crashing into a state of worthlessness.
This makes me think of that thing we watched, like, 50% free.
50% off. Yeah.
Or 50% off. In her head, there's there are 2 characters just talking.
But maybe she was like him, just capable of hiding it. John cleared his throat and walked up to check on her. Hey, sorry about them. They can be assholes sometimes.
Hmm. My lines are the best.
Well, I guess I don't have a lot to say. Sorry if we bothered you.
Yeah, neither does my character. Mm.
John slunk away and cursed his own idiocy. She had been fine without him. He just made everything worse. There had been something hard in her eyes, a strength he didn't have. He had probably been projecting all of his weaknesses onto her in the first place. She wasn't like him, wasn't broken. She could shrug off the things his friends had said and get on with her life.
Okay, whoever sent this to me saying it was a dating sim, what the fuck is wrong with you?
We are broken. I don't see any eligible ladies for us to date at this
Are
point.
we gonna start singing Linkin Park and cutting our wrists?
Although this may be that this gets better, hopefully. If this is a virtual novel, I'm hoping.
We'll give it another few minutes.
At least that meant she could shrug off his annoyance too. She'd probably just forgot all about him.
Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. God damn it, why am I back?
Please stop whimpering at me, Lizzy.
Thank you. You're so kind, such a kind person. Did we miss something?
Oh, what is going on?
The kindest person, the only person. Oh my god, she's insane.
Look at her eyes. She looks a lot different than she did a second ago.
Oh shit.
What have we done?
Oh shit. I found you. I finally found you. I found you, found you, found you, found you, found you.
Right.
I was gonna say, did I get a bad ending? Wait, did you just see
okay.
the screen change?
Yep, I did. I think we all did.
Oh, this is about to get better.
The
teacher just made the entire chat deaf.
The teacher's voice was incomprehensible, but John knew he must be picking it up on some level.
He's trying to do that thing from Snoopy. Oh god, she's a keeper. She's a yandere.
He wasn't sure how, but even though he stumbled through every day, he was doing okay in school. He could seem normal whenever he wanted to, it didn't feel worth it.
Creeper, not keeper. I can't read. Oh no, you did write keeper. Hi, puppy. Don't fuck with me!
She's a keeper, that's... This is gonna be... Okay, this may get interesting yet. That was almost the worst part. He seemed normal even though nothing was normal anymore. It wouldn't ever be normal again.
I'm gonna use the Lola voice for her for now on because it gets really funny when I do Psycho with her voice.
What did Mrs. Smith say? High-functioning depression? Such an awful, empty phrase.
Oh my god, I'm a terrible person!
Crawling in my skin!
As soon as you said high functioning, I instantly looked over and said it's not going to say autism. It's not going to say autism.
Honestly, I had to mentally stop myself from saying autism, to be honest with you. I had to purposefully go depression.
Oh, the internet has ruined us.
Alright. Such an awful, empty phrase. At least class was over now. He could go home, sleepwalk through his assignment, and then fall unconscious. At least for a few hours he could...
Toast?
At least for a few hours he could...
Oh god, no!
Then he became aware of her. She was watching him.
She wanted that ass. Ow, don't bite the toes!
Lizzy,
Sorry.
please stop biting my toes.
I'm sorry.
No, not the toes.
Miko keeps biting
Maybe,
my toes.
maybe she just wanted to thank him. No, he was being stupid. He'd done nothing worth thanking.
Run.
More likely, she wanted something from him. Or, most likely of all, maybe she didn't care about him and he was imagining the whole thing. Yeah, that's probably it. She was still staring, though.
There's a save option. Oh, thank God.
There's a strange girl. She keeps staring at me and whimpering at me. I don't understand. What have I done?
Should we ignore her, lose her in the hallways, glare at her, smile at her, go talk to her?
Okay, well, I can see where this is gonna go. If we smile at her, it's gonna make things worse, and that's gonna be way more entertaining, so let's do that. Let's smile. Give her a nice cheesy smile. Her expression was impossible to read. Was she shy? Was she embarrassed for him?
Was she psycho
Either
as
way,
all hell?
he doubted it mattered. He needed to get to his appointment. Anyway, he didn't want... Wait, punctuation? Anyway, he didn't want Mrs. Smith getting mad at him.
What is
Again.
punctuation?
Mrs. Smith was one of the only people John could focus on. He wasn't sure how much good she actually did him aside from prescribing medicine, but at least she tried to help.
High functioning autist. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up now.
Actually, Spaghetti, it's high-functioning depression. Gosh.
I've actually never heard that term.
I've never heard it either. Never once in my life.
Let's see. John, you're not looking so bad today. Did something good happen?
Oh yes, Mrs. Smith. We met this new crazy creeper lady.
Oh
and
good,
she
now you're
whimpering at me.
impersonating her. A boy your age ought to be more interested in girls. Are you dating someone?
No, I can't focus on people.
Don't you be dating those anime pillows of yours.
They're Dakimakuras.
Thank
Get
God
it
someone
right.
can finally say them. I can't. Maybe I could prescribe you something for that? No, do not give the kid something for that. We don't have any on hand now, but I could get it quickly. That's an advantage of having a Koi tech in town. Kid's not interested in girls? Give him some pills. It'll straighten his ass right out. And make him hump everything in sight.
Jeez, what are you, gay?
No, now I like picture her just giving it to him and he's walking around with this giant, this massive erection.
Like she just prescribes him Viagra.
Yeah.
Take 2 of these a day, hun. You'll be okay.
You'll find a girl in no time.
I don't want to take this medicine anymore. I don't think it's working.
Yeah, it's probably why you're not feeling any emotions.
The
Paxatine? But that's the first one you've really responded to.
I feel worse. Everything is so gray. Voices just echo. Can't go back to generic medicine. Oh, can't I go back to generic medicine?
Actually, yeah, that's actually a really bad sign. John, you need to understand that you are deeply clinically depressed. It's my professional opinion that you should under no conditions go off your medicine. Actually, if he's feeling like this, it's suicide thoughts that come next. Also, what the fuck are you doing, puppy? Come here. Come on. Aw, honey, did you fall? Poor baby, come on. Sorry, it's like having a little kid. Okay, I think we might have actually triggered some of the chat. I'm sorry, guys. When you're getting used to a medication, there can be some initial side effects. Sometimes things have to get worse before they can get any better, okay? No, that's a really bad idea if it has to do with the brain. That is a terrible doctor right there.
Okay.
Can't we just have the doctor from Persona 5?
Oh, you mean legs? Yeah, we can have
Yes,
legs.
fuck man. I went for her. Not even gonna lie about that one.
Mm. All he heard was that he was too broken for any drug to fix. He was so worthless, even the newest drugs from Koi Tech didn't do anything.
Get him off the drugs before he kills himself. I'll renew your Paxitine prescription and see about getting you a complimentary drug. We'll figure this out yet, John. Why didn't you just stop taking the medicine? Because that would make too much sense?
Well, this is a story, and if he did that, then chances are there wouldn't be any story left.
This is true. I know why. Now, why don't you lie down over there and we can begin our session? Get comfortable. Fuck me. Did anything special happen during school today?
No, it was a normal day. The therapy session quickly fell away into a meaningless buzz. For a short time, at least, he didn't feel the emptiness.
Oh, I know doctors do this in real life. One of my last doctors did that and actually mixed two medicines that he shouldn't have mixed. And one of my specialists saw the prescription and went, "Don't take that. That's going to make you a lot worse." Doctors are kind of idiots.
Finally, or too soon, it was over. Mrs. Smith told him that he was doing well and sent him on his way.
AKA, she doesn't give a shit. She just wants the money.
John slumped back home. The house was empty, like it always was. Ever since his mother left, his father spent all of his time working. He did his homework. He ate. He cleaned the dishes. He sat down in front of the TV and stared at it without turning it on.
I shouldn't
Nice.
laugh, but I did that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Just watch. Your final medicine is sleeping with him.
That's a good one.
That's why she's giving him the Viagra. She's slowly moving toward that direction.
Now you just
Somehow.
take these every time before you come and see me.
Somehow, he dragged himself into bed and fell asleep. The routine used to be comforting, but now it was starting to erode his sanity.
If this game ends with him hanging himself, I'm gonna find out who sent this to me and kill him. Oh wait, I know who sent this to me.
Oh, that reminds me of another game. Yume Nikki.
If that game wasn't such a pain in the ass and take hours, I'd say we should do that.
Oh, it's a fun one, but it's also a little abstract. His mind had to crack eventually. Maybe it was already happening. For a second. He thought he saw a girl out the window. Lizzy? Lizzy?
Yes?
But no, there was nothing. Of course there wasn't. He really was losing it.
Oh, come the fuck on. Did she follow him home or something? It's
Well,
gonna
she
show her at the
finally found
window,
him.
isn't it?
She found him.
Oh, that
Okay.
kind of makes me sad.
Another day. He had to face it somehow. It seemed impossible until the moment he finally stumbled in class.
So I'm gonna ask a really stupid thing, and I know nobody else is probably paying attention to the background. How the fuck do you use that bookshelf? I'll be
Oh,
right back.
oh snap. The top shelf is only one that's being used right now. Okay. So, I'm wondering now if this is a dating sim or a virtual novel. Because if it's a dating sim, then we found two of our possible bachelorettes, meaning today we might meet our third.
I'm
But if
back.
it's
What
a
happened?
virtual novel, oh, I was just speculating. If this were a dating sim, then today we'll meet our third bachelorette. But if it's a virtual novel, then we'll just continue on with Lizzy. So
Oh
let's see
my
what
god, I hope we get like 3 psychopaths.
happens.
We'll call it my dear Yandere.
My dear Yandere. School was the usual mindless buzz. There was a job fair announced in third period, as if that meant anything at all.
Oh god, I forgot high schools do that. Sorry.
Almost,
Miko,
almost.
Miko tried to get up the stairs. And you were watching me play Shadow Warrior, right? She decided to pull a Shadow Warrior.
Oh no.
Dash right down the stairs.
No, not the stairs.
I got
That's fatal. It killed you at least 5 times.
Yeah, I should check her back.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to move that desk every single time I went to access stuff in the bottom shelf.
Yeah, that
Sorry.
seems like a really poor design choice for a room.
I mean, he doesn't really care, so I'll let it go. But
Yeah, he probably should get off those drugs. I mean, there's a psycho chick chasing him and he doesn't even notice it. Oh, did we
he's
skip your
great.
lines?
Yeah, you did.
Sorry.
That's cool. I think there's a back button down there, but I don't know.
Is there? Let me check.
Auto and options.
Hey, there we go.
That was not the line.
What?
That's fine. It's cool. We'll just pick up from here. The line before was something about how all the
Let
jobs
me go
being
back
taken
again.
by Koitek. There it is. Almost everyone in their school would either go to work for Koitek, move away, or stay in town and become unemployed.
Then that's a really shitty town. I might be munching on food. I'm gonna mute myself.
John wondered which of these would happen to him, but from a distance, as if he was thinking about some person he barely knew. His grades were good enough to get into Koitek, but the process was so competitive. No, he didn't have enough money for that, or enough energy for that. Money, energy, Freudian slip. He couldn't imagine moving away, looking for a job in a strange city. Most mornings, most he could imagine was surviving the day.
No one give this man any kind of rope or sharp objects.
I would say no one give him any medicine, but well, we're looking. See, this is how it turns out. But his father wouldn't support him, and his mother didn't want him. Once he graduated, there'd be no way he could stay with either of them.
Okay, can you make him any more of a Gary Sue? Is he gonna sprout angel wings and something? God, this is the most depressing ass shit.
Is he Batman? Is this the beginning? Because that would
The
be
truth is,
infinitely
Batman
more...
killed his parents. And then had to go work at Koitek.
It would be like infinitely more interesting if we start off in this depressed kind of mood, and then a little bit later we become a superhero. What would happen to him then? Would he just become homeless? Sit there in the street begging for change until one night he froze to death?
Okay, somebody please give this dude some different medicine. Or Liz, just give him the psycho chick.
Maybe that was all he deserved.
John, are you alright?
Sorry, sir. I'm paying attention, honestly.
Are you assuming my gender?
No, you've announced to the class that you are a transgendered female. I mean male.
I'm sorry, I'll go in a deeper voice next time.
It's a little confusing, but you haven't had the surgery yet, so.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you were alright. That's the deepest voice I can do.
I'm fine, sir.
It's all kinds of fuck off right now in my room. I'm sorry.
What was going on? What's Miku doing?
The the baby gate that, you know, keeps her in my room fell.
Yeah.
And she's afraid of it because it fell and landed on her neck. So now
Ooh.
she barks at it when it falls like it's an enemy that she's just killed. She's wagging her tail, barking at it, and looking at me like, I killed it, I killed it! Oh. Well, be sure to talk to the counselor if you're feeling bad, alright? We're lucky to have someone like Miss Smith with us. No, you're not.
Oh dear. He had to keep it together. He remembered the lessons, but if people were starting to think something was wrong, his control was slipping. He had enough time to visit his locker in between periods. There was more Paxtine there. He still had an extra dose left for the day. His locker was on the bottom row, so he usually had to bend down and...
Dead ass.
There was a piece of paper sitting in the middle of
Down,
his locker.
girl. Yes, the baby gate's been destroyed. You did a good job.
That was all it said. Nothing on the backside, no other clues. Probably a girl's handwriting. Who left it?
Cheer up, or I'm going to fucking murder you.
Or you could just drop murder off that. And she'll probably do that too. Hey, did you see anyone messing with my locker?
Huh? Did something get stolen? There's way too many guys around here for me to notice.
It might have been a girl leaving a note.
Like a love note? Keep dreaming, John. You think any girl is going to love your sorry ass? Why is every classmate in here unlikable?
To make us sympathize with the main character, probably?
Dear game designers, please fucking stop that. It's not good writing.
I mean, it's bad writing, but if they want to go for it, that's the reason.
Night, Moko.
No. Of course no one could love him. Night, Moko. Mwah. Miss you.
Moko, next time you join us, my sweetie.
So, you didn't see anyone? Okay. Thanks.
Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I gotta calm her down. Okay. Honey, it's alright. I know, Joker's a big meanie pants. Mwah.
She started it.
It's okay, honeysuckle. Stop that. No growling. No growling. Be a good baby. Hey, John. You're going to tell me she's a Canadian?
Hey. I'm heading back to class. See you later.
And she's really hot, right? Your imaginary girlfriend sounds amazing. What the fuck are wrong with these people?
Why Canadian?
You never heard that, thing, internet people like, I have a girlfriend, but she lives in Canada.
Oh.
I've heard that a couple of times.
I've never heard that, but alright. Anyway, John knew he should probably take some more Paxitine and head back to class. Yet...
Probably shouldn't take that stuff.
he was still holding on to the paper. He wasn't sure why. It really could be a prank. One of the guys trying to trick him. If so, it would probably be followed by another fake note. Asking him to come out under the stupid confession tree where they'd let him wait and then laugh at him.
It's time to come out of the closet, John.
For just a moment, he saw a girl watching him. Could it have been her? By the time he got to class, John had a new theory. She felt sorry for him. He must have looked pretty pathetic, and she recognized his misguided good intentions enough to feel pity. The rest of the school day passed in more of a blur than usual. He might be delusional, but part of John still hoped it wasn't a prank. He headed to his locker, not daring to imagine anything, and there was another paper waiting there for him.
They shouldn't say those things about you.
Oh shit. It didn't even look like the same person's handwriting. The first had been beautiful calligraphy. This one was a hurried scrawl.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Is this gonna be one of those multiple personality disorder things? Like one personality writes really well and the other doesn't?
No, you write really well when you're calm and stuff, and when you're hurrying to write something, you write like that. I think. I think she's gonna be the type that kills all the people she sees as an enemy.
So basically, you're telling me that as of right now, they're gonna be the only two living people at the end of the day.
Yes.
Because we've not seen a single decent classmate.
Basically.
If it was all a prank, he no longer had any idea where they were going with this. He'd already been beating himself up over saying the wrong thing, so this was too much for John. He headed straight home to get some sleep before he cracked completely.
No. She's all in his head, and he's actually wearing a dress every so often and writing all that shit.
He is the creepy girl. I
yes.
got you. All right. The next day, John went as early as possible and approached the locker anxiously. He wasn't sure what he wanted to find. There was no note this time, but there was a chocolate heart wrapped in foil, set in the exact center of the bottom of his locker.
Not gonna lie, chocolate.
Yeah, but how did they get it in there?
Well, if it's one of the lockers with, like, look at the lockers they have here. See how they have the little slits?
You think that they fit a little thing of heart chocolate through that?
Usually they're pretty good size, but maybe. I don't know. Maybe they broke it open. It's a Psycho Yandere. She broke it open.
But let's reread this. Set in the exact center of the bottom of his locker. She had to have been able to open it. She knows his combo.
She's been following him. His combo is probably like, I am depressed, I'm going to kill myself. He's got a very long locker combination.
It's usually little details like this that allow you to guess what's going to happen in the future. So I like to keep note of them. That's all I'm saying.
He gonna die.
At the very least, if we put something in our locker, she's going to see it. John stared at it for a while, then slipped it into his pocket and headed to class, even though he knew he would be far too early. There was no way he could eat it. If it really was a prank, they might have slipped a laxative or something inside of it. That was the kind of thing his friends thought was funny. Ha! Friends.
Those are some asshole friends.
But if it was that girl...
She put the laxatives in there.
Well,
now we will have to find only the bathroom that I run.
I never leave me to write one of these type of novels.
You know what would be interesting if there was a laxative in it and you went, I knew it! And then ran straight into the guy's bathroom and she was there waiting for him.
I hope that goes in
toilet just for you.
I made it just for you. I like that. The first thing I look over to the Twitch chat and the first thing I see is, what are the odds the candy's drugged?
Well, it didn't matter now. What mattered was that someone clearly knew his locker combination, called it, and could get in whatever they wanted. That could be a real problem.
Couldn't you just change the combination?
Depending on the locker. You know, he knew he should come up with a solution before tomorrow. But what?
Maybe telling a teacher? Nah.
That doesn't work. Hey!
Yes!
Oh! So we could replace the lock. We could try to keep a watch on the locker. Tell Mrs. Smith or tell a teacher. Now, this is interesting.
Or leave a note.
I think if we wanted to go down Lizzie's route, if this is a dating sim, we would want to leave a note.
So we should do that?
Sure. We saved anyway. John cut a small sheet of paper from one of his notebooks and wrote, "Thanks" on the inside and set it in his locker.
Instead of, "Get the fuck away from my locker, you psycho."
If it was a prank, that ought to throw the pranksters off. And if it was someone who meant well, hopefully they take it as a normal gratitude.
Well, the thing is, in school you can't get a key locker. You have to get a certain type of lock, I think.
Even if it were a key lock, you can make extra keys. They always keep a spare.
Oh. Passive-aggressive note.
He headed home and, once his homework was done, quickly fell asleep. The next morning, he thought he spotted someone outside his window, but there was no one there.
Dude, you're going insane.
It's the Paxa team. When he opened his locker the next day, his note was gone.
Oh, maybe she's just like a figment of his imagination from the Paxatine?
Well, wouldn't make it that far because the other guys very clearly saw her.
Well, I mean, there's always the thing with, like, if you're really, really hallucinating, you're even hallucinating what the people around you are saying and stuff.
Interesting. Making an effort to set the mystery of the locker aside, John went with his friends to the rooftop for lunch. They spread out on one side, enjoying the sight of the trees below. Because trees are pretty, man. Midway through the meaningless conversation, John noticed that Lizzie was watching him from the far side of the roof. Her gaze was even more intense than before, so he uncomfortably tried to ignore her and focus on the conversation.
Looks like the confession tree is in full bloom. Huh, of course there's a cherry blossom tree. We can't get any more stereotypical.
You really believe those stories? True love and all that?
Didn't you ask, what the hell was her name? Amy, that you told her you loved her under one of these stupid trees? Okay, my joke got ruined from the start. At least I could manage to finish it.
Dear me.
You knew where I was going with it.
You already knew that Rouge had the biggest breasts, right? Oh my gosh.
It's like a person, only darker.
Oh my god. Stop it. Read the line.
It works, man. I've got a buddy who just graduated. He swears he got so much pussy confessing. They all whip their dicks out under it.
No, I can imagine like a line of girls getting together and like, they're comparing.
Dude, the worst part is I just saw an anime and like a bunch of girls were doing that. They were looking at each other's pussies like, it looks normal. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Was it under the cherry blossom tree? Because obviously that's what this guy got. It's comparing them. Jeez Louise. Alright.
Don't listen to them, John. It's a cursed cherry trap. Traps aren't gay.
Well, if he kept doing it, then it's not true love, is it?
It's pussy. What does it matter? Come on.
Lady.
People have been confessing for years. You seriously think everyone would confess under the tree if it did nothing? Yes.
Nah, man. I think it's a tree of lust. It doesn't guarantee true love, just getting laid.
You're high
Lady.
schoolers. Isn't that all you actually care about?
Tips Fedora.
See, you really are. If that was true, way more guys would be into it. But it's mostly girls from what I've seen. What do you think, John? Because girls don't get horny.
Well,
I had
let's see what
some
John
real fucking
thinks.
sluts in my school.
John thinks, I don't know.
John's like, is already spaced out. He's just sitting there going, yeah.
Maybe that's why everyone's kind of like just staying around him for that background noise of, duh.
They're watching to see what he'll do next. He hasn't moved in like 20 minutes. Should we do something or just keep watching him?
Keep staring. Maybe he'll do a trick.
Let's put a treat on his nose. Terrible. Aww. Don't be that way. You dream of a girl confessing to you under that tree, don't you? Wait, usually isn't it the guy confessing to the chick? Oh, well, this is Japan.
Depends. Depends on a lot of things. Yeah, like that crazy stalker chick. It'd make her heart go all flutter if she confessed, wouldn't it?
She'd still probably be a better lay than you, buddy. Gotta go fast. Damn it! That tree is magic, man. I'm telling you, even a sad sack like you could get lucky if you confessed under there. John's still sitting there.
Don't be stupid. It's just a tree.
Tree runs up. Ew, Senpai, no!
just grows a mouth and he's like, did somebody say I was just a tree?
Well, this is like anime inspired, so you could see it happening.
Wow, someone has their panties in a twist.
I'm telling you, everyone goes there to...
Only because people like you keep telling these stories. There's nothing magic about that tree. People just believe it's special because everyone else says it is. Girls think the tree is romantic, so of course they're going to be more likely to agree there. And guys would have to turn someone down in front of an audience.
Why
Who's
would
gonna
you
do that?
confess in front of a mess of people? That seems terrible.
That's the point of the tree, you know? Like, if you're in an open setting, then you can't just say no to them. That would break the audience's heart.
Oh, I can
you're a
prove
bad
you
guy
wrong.
for the
I
rest of
can
the
prove
year.
you wrong. One of my friends asked a girl out right in front of the entire lunchroom, and she turned him down.
Oh, it's different if you're a lady. if you're a guy and
You're
they're
screwed.
confessing to you, what are you going to do? You'll be like the bad guy for the rest of the year.
That is true.
That's all it is.
Shit, man. What is wrong with you today? Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. Oh no, you're doing it again. You're on...
That's all it is.
For now on, whenever we see that, that's gotta be what we say.
Dear me. With an attitude like that, you're never going to get a girl.
Why has tonight been about couples? And getting together? It's been a weird night, hasn't it?
It's the night of romance joined with
Apparently.
purity and toast.
Ha ha ha, you insulted the tree. It'll cockblock you now. Am I the only one picturing this guy in like a hotel room with a chick and the tree just suddenly runs in and like
Just
covers the guy's
stares
crotch?
up.
No!
just a miniature tree, right? Miniature cherry blossom just pops up, covers his crotch, goes, no!
Oh, like Groot? It's like a little tiny Groot. No! You will not get laid!
Instead of saying Groot, he says, cock block.
Oh, if this ends up
There
making
is-
fan art, I'm gonna hate you. I think we just
Oh.
found Bob.
Ha 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 ha.
Tips Fedora even harder.
Milady.
Do it!
Dude. That day, John couldn't get to his therapy appointment fast enough. Mrs. Smith smiled at him when he came in, but immediately saw he was unhappy.
Are you okay, John? Perhaps you should be on a stronger formulation. Holy shit, woman, you're going to drive this kid to suicide. That is really scary.
Dear me. No.
Well, our session should make you feel better. Terrible person. Lie down and get comfortable. I'm gonna
Go ahead and take this Viagra. Now go lie down and get comfortable.
I was gonna say Prozac, but I meant Viagra. You're already depressed. Let's make it worse.
Take this Prozac, alright? Dear me.
Might actually help him.
Mrs. Smith, does Paxatine have any visual side effects?
I should hope not. Koitek has the highest of standards for every drug it puts out, and Paxatine is near its final clinical trials?
Oh, so it's not even out yet.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
bad. Are you having any vision problems? Yeah, you are not legally allowed to test drugs like that on somebody.
Well, technically speaking,
Unless they
you
sign
are.
unless they sign a thing.
Yeah, if they sign the contract or the lease.
Yeah, but if they say that they're having problems, aren't you supposed to pull them right off it?
Yeah, and supposed to write down whatever side effects they were experiencing, but well, we can see that's not going to happen quite yet.
This is a terrible doctor.
John lay back and stared out the window. Was he really seeing differently, or was it all in his head? He stared a long time before he opened his mouth and started talking.
It's been 3 hours. Are you okay? Sugar, we finished a couple hours ago. Are you gonna move?
Mrs. Smith, take this so I can mount you. Damn me. Tatsu, bad. Bad Tatsu. Everything just feels so gray.
Good Tatsu. So, you are having vision problems?
Not literally gray. It's just the sky today. I remember when I was younger, I always thought clouds were beautiful. Now it's like there's just nothing there. Nothing matters. I look up and I just don't care.
That sounds more likely to be a mental issue. The mental issue, then. Why don't you get more relaxed and talk about it? Stop trying to hump him!
Taking a deep breath, John did his best, as usual. After talking with Mrs. Smith for long enough, he felt not better necessarily, but at least not miserable. Their session went by in a flash, and then he had to head home. He shuffled through his routine easily enough, slept fitfully, and then returned to school barely more rested.
This kid is gonna hang himself by the end of this freaking visual novel.
But when he arrived, he found a huge crowd standing and staring.
Oh god, someone jumped off the roof.
What's going on?
Yeah. Oh, this is you. You know that tree that students like to confess under?
The words made John shiver, even though he wasn't entirely sure why. He shifted to look through the crowd, and then he saw it.
You probably should put out the burning tree.
A special kind of romance. Achievement unlocked.
Oh god.
Beautiful.
I was
Beautiful.
joking.
Parts of the tree were still burning, but the rest was char, and ashes coated the ground near it. His throat was dry, as if all the ashes were filling it.
Someone turned someone down.
What happened?
The cops are coming to check it out. But the shop teacher said it looks like arson. No shit! Someone covered the tree in gasoline and burned it down. Okay. 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 It's a fucking tree. Why would you need to use gasoline? It's a fucking tree.
Well, I mean, what if it rained the day before?
It's a fucking tree. It's a... No, you give that back to me, Miko.
Well, I mean, if it's wet wood, then it won't burn. But if it's gasolined wet wood, then it'll burn.
It's a fucking tree.
Maybe she was trying to make a point. I don't know.
What, she doesn't want to confess under the tree to him?
She was trying to make sure there were no witnesses left. Give her a break. Every leaf had to be doused. All right?
She killed Bob the tree. All Bob did was cock block.
No, I was gonna say cock block the tree, but you know what? Whatever.
Bob the cock blocking tree. It's a nice ring to it. People are actually putting in the chat now trying to explain about wet trees. Oh god! Hi, puppy. Get away. See,
man.
this is why we need cameras. I've been telling the principal for years, but does he listen to me? I guess the principal's listening. Does he listen to me? No. No one thinks. What? No one okay, whatever.
The words slid off his mind, and John turned away without even saying goodbye. Not entirely sure what he was doing, he stumbled straight to his locker.
He just walks right into the locker.
When he opened his locker, he discovered a folded note set in the exact center, like always. He stared at it for a long moment before unfolding it with trembling hands.
I didn't like that tree either.
He stared at the words as if they were a foreign language, wishing he could avoid understanding the conclusion. I didn't like that tree either.
Yeah, Bob the cock blocking tree died. Guys, we request memorial fan art of Bob the cock blocking tree.
Oh my god.
Please do not draw him burning too much.
Died by Yandere fire. That's a unfortunate demise. It was her. It had to be. None of his friends would be that insane. And what would be the point of a prank like that?
Yeah, that's going a little too far.
By the way, did you notice that they started that last sentence with the word "and"? You don't do that. That's a no-no.
Okay, you know what? We got through that one fanfic I've been ignoring every time I see Anne in a story now. And then, and.
Wait a minute. Okay, wait. What if his friends heard that the tree was going to cock block him? You know, they thought it was serious for a minute, and then they went out there and burned it to let their friend actually get some action. You know. Like,
Here, now you can get some pussy. We destroyed the tree
You're
for
welcome,
you.
man. You're welcome, man.
Oh crap!
Should
I
you tell
skipped like a fuck ton of stuff.
Stop doing that. But what was the point for her? What did you think she accomplished?
Now you can't get cock blocked by the tree.
Should he tell someone? But this wasn't exactly evidence, and he did really want her to get in that much trouble.
She just destroyed a tree. Fuck her ass and get her in trouble. Bob had feelings too, you know.
John decided he was being stupid like usual. He just needed to talk to her and find out exactly what was going on. Put an end to this. That day, whenever he was in the hallways, he could feel her eyes on him. With every passing moment, he became more sure that she had burned the tree down. More sure that she had burned the tree down. More sure that she had burned the tree down. Tree down. All right. This is fine. Whatever. We'll wait. So, how you doing, chats? How you doing? Yeah, it's probably the puppy, I'm sure. Stick figure comics would probably be fine. I'm sure that Bob will be honored, be memorialized, my bad. Memorialized in form of stick figure drawing. That's just the kind of guy Bob was, you know? He really liked his sticks. So, I'm thinking, maybe, that our Yandere friend, maybe she'll plant a new tree if we ask her, man. I mean, she could maybe not burn that one down. And then this entire fiasco wouldn't be a fiasco. It would be like Confession Tree 2.0. Bob Jr. What do you guys think? Ooh, scale from 1 to 10? Dang.
Sorry, had a small emergency.
No, you're good. A scale from 1 to 10 on how silly this game is. I want to like put it at an 8 about, but it's also really like serious because our main character is he's a bit emo. So that kind of it jumps up the silliness and kind of lowers it at the same. I don't know.
Because you want to smack the shit out of this guy and his doctor.
I'll give him an 8.
As long as you guys are enjoying it, and you know our voice actor here is enjoying it.
I'll read the line one more time. He wondered if a normal person would be afraid now, but for him, it barely penetrated his numbness. He just wanted to find out what was wrong and put an end to it. It took until after school for him to find his chance. When the teacher handed out assignments, volunteered to clean the roof. John stepped onto the roof and headed to the far side. After a few seconds, he heard the door open again. He ignored it and instead climbed up to the tank. The upper area was meant to be blocked off, but the janitors had stopped putting up the ladder years ago. He turned, and to his shock, she was already coming up the ladder behind him, reaching the top. She held her hands close to her chest and shuffled her feet demurely. Then, but there was a spark in her eye. The spark that lit a fire. Hello, Lizzy.
Yeah.
Are you never going to greet me?
Durr.
Hello?
I said it. I said it.
Why are you following me?
Because I... dear.
Could this girl really have burned down the tree? It didn't seem like she had it in her.
Dear.
Were you the one leaving me notes in my locker?
Yes.
How did you know my combination?
I watched you. You left me a note. It was almost too much. I took it. I took it home, and I'll keep it forever and ever and ever and ever.
John realized that he was way in over his head.
Hold on, I gotta fix YouTube. They went full retard. They back.
Full Richard.
They back. Damn it! Damn it! Stop that!
John realized that he was in way over his head. Yet his mouth was still moving, asking the inevitable question. Why'd you burn it down?
Because it was a stupid tree. You're so smart. You said it just right. You said it just right? What? Okay. It was awful and stupid, and I hated it, and I hate it. Hate it!
Ooh. Duh.
It's all because of you, John. I could never do what needed to be done before. Now I can.
She wasn't stable. She wasn't even close. What had gotten into himself? Or what he gotten himself into?
I
Same thing.
finally found you. You're the only one for me.
Oh.
A bit psycho?
Oh. Part of him knew that he should do something. Run away, call for help. Yet... why?
Huh?
Why do you care about me?
How can you ask that? You're the best person. The only person.
I could do this voice better, but I'm still sick.
Bullshit. I'm just another high school boy. Not even that. I'm worthless.
Did she just get fatter for a second?
The hips are widening. She's preparing.
Nope. You know what? Let's just leave it right there. Can leave it right there.
No, 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 no! Don't say that. It's not true. It's not.
I'm broken. My brain doesn't even work right. And even the strongest drugs don't make a difference.
No, that's not true. John is perfect. Perfect. How can you say these things?
Oh, bitch, she gonna kill you.
The way her words flowed together, addressing him directly one moment and in third person the next, bothered him. Almost as much as the look in her eyes. Whatever her issue was, it went deep.
You want some Paxil? Or Paxantine, or whatever the fuck it's called?
I got some drugs. Need some drugs?
Yeah.
I got lots of it. That's strong stuff, I promise. You're not well, Lizzy. You need help.
Ah, you said my name, Senpai.
I swear if the next line is Senpai, I'm walking away.
But I can't help you. I'm not worth anything to anyone. Just forget about me. And find someone else to care about.
No, no, I can never. You're the only one who matters.
I guess I'm gonna do it in my normal voice now.
But why? You don't even know me. You don't care about me. I'm just part of your problem.
No.
It would be better if I was gone. Maybe you'd get better then.
That's not true. It's not. You know what? Fuck it. It doesn't feel right not doing that voice.
It's not true. It's not. I love you, John. I've always loved you.
Oh dear. Dude.
I've watched you. Always. You're so good and kind and perfect. Even to a girl like me.
I have no idea what's going on with her voice.
He could barely even listen to her words. John found himself wandering closer and closer to the other side of the building, and she followed him automatically.
He's doing it, guys. He's spacing out.
He's looking for a way to jump.
I don't blame him at this point.
You're so sad, but you're so kind. I don't know how. You should be broken like me, but you...
I can't help you. If you want to help yourself, you need to forget about me and get real help.
No, no, don't say that. Now I'm just repeating shit.
Oh my gosh. This entire conversation is just the same thing over and over.
You're confused. Yes, confused. Poor John. Poor John is so depressed. He's not thinking straight. He doesn't understand how much I love him.
Oh shit! Bitch got a knife.
He needs my help.
The world froze for a moment as the knife glinted, and all he could do was stare at its edge.
Jump!
You just need someone to take care of you. I'll stop everyone who says unkind things about you.
Oh dear.
Right.
No, no, I should just take you home and keep you there safe. Yes, just need some help.
Where the hell had she gotten that knife? She actually used it on him?
Bravo! He actually thought the same thing we did.
Where did it come from? Where'd it go? Where did it come from, Cotton Eye Joe? A second later, John realized it was a foolish thought. This girl had burned down a tree because he said it was stupid. He had no idea if there was any limits on what she might do. And would that really matter? He'd spent nights lying in bed wishing he had never been born, wishing he had a way to end it all. You can't threaten me.
John, get away from the edge. It's not safe.
He took several steps to the very edge before she could stop him and turn to face her. The back end of his shoes hung off the edge of the building, nothing between him and a fatal fall. My life matters so much to you? Stop toying around with me.
No, no, you don't understand.
What do you even want? To stab me until I'm yours forever? Is that it?
Never. John is so good and kind. I would never need to stab him. Please come away. I'll take good care of you. I won't use this knife on you this time.
You can't.
Ah! What? Ah.
Maybe you have good intentions, but you need help. And unless you get it, you can only hurt me.
He starts saying John repeatedly, it really be like Yumi Nibiki. Now I think of, have you seen The Glitch in Hard Rain?
Yeah.
Jason!
You mean Heavy Rain, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Jason!
Jason! Jason!
I wish I knew how they actually managed to do that.
Sean! Sean!
I will. I will. Whatever you want, I promise. Just don't hurt yourself.
It was a lie, of course. She was just saying whatever it took to get him to step away from the edge.
And then she sneezes and he accidentally falls out of fear.
It was exactly how he'd imagined it would go. He'd stand at the edge and everyone would say all kinds of lies about how much she mattered to them because they'd care for the first time. Not about him, but about the idea of him.
They just don't want to get that, blood on the pavement. It's such a bitch to clean off.
But the look in her eyes, that couldn't be faked. It might be a twisted love, but she loved him utterly. She needed help too. Maybe he could be the one to help her, assuming she didn't stab him.
Which is hoping for a lot right now.
John, can we rewind a couple of sentences and see the part where you said, I can't help you? Yeah, what happened to that? I mean, we're just throwing that out the window now?
Apparently.
All right, let's help her. Maybe it'll be more interesting. Let's find out. But what the hell was he living for anyway? Lizzy, would you make a promise with me?
I just sent the mouse flying, sorry. A promise?
I'll step away. I'll talk to you, or let you leave notes in my locker, or whatever it is you want. If only we could have anal sex.
What?
It will
What?
give me a purpose, a reason for living.
No! Jump, motherfucker!
But you have to listen to me and get some help. Can you do that?
Does it involve anal sex?
You promise? You promise you won't leave me if I say yes?
I won't leave you, Lizzy.
Forever?
The answer stuck in his throat, and he hesitated, wondering if he wasn't making a mistake and saying too much. But in the end, he swallowed and nodded. Forever.
We're gonna do naughty things at home.
Oh dear. I was kidding about the anal sex, Lizzy. it was a joke.
Come here.
No. Duh.
I don't know why that made me laugh so much.
Now, set down the knife, and I'll... Whoops! As he started to step away, John lost his balance and fell backward. Suddenly, he was in free fall. Nothing between him and the cold
And
pavement.
then he realized he left the stove on. Also, is this just a giant fuck you visual novel?
Does it end
Oh
like right...
shit, drop him!
She is fast! At that moment, Lizzy lunged forward insanely fast and grabbed his wrist. Impossibly, she held him up. Her body was thin, and yet somehow she'd stopped his fall and held him up with one hand.
That's retard strength for you!
Next thing is, duh.
Please, please give me lines that are just ellipses.
Her eyes held a mixture of unstable fear and twisted desire. In that moment, he knew with absolute certainty that if he had fallen, she would have thrown herself off after him.
You can't die, John. You're the only one. The only one.
With that same incredible retard strength, she pulled him back up to the rooftop. Fortunately, she had left the knife behind when she lunged to catch him. But he was still anxious being so close to her.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if she still had it in his hand, that would be really painful for him.
John almost died. John, I love you. I won't let anything bad happen to you.
It was clear she was completely unstable. But was she actually dangerous? She seemed to care about him more than anything.
Bitch, she just saved you.
Or was he being so pathetic that he'd latch onto anyone who showed him the slightest sign of affection? Worthless.
Oh, for God's sake.
This girl literally just, risked her life for you and stuff, and she probably doesn't really care for you that much. She's just flirting with you a little bit. That's all. It's a teeny tiny flirt.
It's an eBay flirt.
You'll keep your promise, right?
Of course. Of course.
Then tomorrow, we'll go talk to someone. See if we can't get you some medication. Is that okay?
If that's what John wants, then of course it's okay.
Good. Then perhaps...
But I want more than that. I'm getting the strap on.
It's like she's drawn by two different people, or the outfit is different. There's something about when she stands like that, it seems so much different.
It's those hips, I'm telling you. That's the only thing that looks different.
I love you, John. I've told you over and over and over. Don't you love me, too?
At least she was asking without the knife in her hand, but was there a good answer to that question? No. He had to think about it logically.
You're screwed, you're screwed, you're screwed, and you're screwed.
She wanted him to answer yes, but that just might make her worse. The risk of saying no couldn't be ignored either, though. Oh.
I kind of want to see what happens if you let her down, don't you?
Let her down gently.
We saved this shit.
That's asking to die. That's asking to die.
At least you... We can go back.
Alright, let's do it. Let her down. Put her down. Lizzy, I don't know you very well yet. Do you really want me to say those words carelessly?
No. Of course you're right.
Wow, okay.
I'm stupid. So stupid. You can never love someone like me.
And just when I thought she was being reasonable. I didn't say that. I want to get to know you better, really.
God damn, she goes through emotions quick.
Yes. We should get to know each other very well.
John desperately hoped he wasn't making a mistake. He hoped this all wasn't a mistake.
Dude, go jump. That might be the better option.
Just go ahead and jump! Just go ahead and jump. But he hadn't been stabbed yet. And after how today had gone, that was good enough for him. Now he needed to go ahead and clean the roof because he needs to get his chores done.
He probably just pissed himself.
Then I'll see you later, okay?
I'll be watching you, but yes, later.
Ooh. You're not going to do anything crazy?
You're not gonna stick your dick in it, right?
Do a flip.
No, John didn't reject me. That's all that matters.
We both need to get to class. We'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Go to the cops, go to the cops, go to the cops, go to the cops.
Okay.
The rest of the day was even more of a blur than usual. Everyone's voices not even echoing in his head. John could hardly believe what he had just done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him on this one. This is a little unbelievable.
It all seemed like a dream now. Had Lizzy really pulled a knife on him? Had he really threatened to jump off the school building?
Had he really been a dumbass and failed? I can't, no, English gone.
It made him wonder if he wasn't the insane one. But no, it had really happened. For better or for worse, he was stuck in this situation. Only when he was headed to bed did John realize that he felt strangely alive. Even better than after his therapy session. Maybe it was a brush with death. Maybe it was just having someone to think about other than his pathetic existence. But he felt almost good. Maybe that meant he was crazy too. But right now, he was just glad to sleep soundly. In the morning, it all seemed even more unbelievable. John sleepwalked through his routine, half certain that he would find out it had all been a dream. But when he arrived at school, he found Lizzy waiting for him by the school entrance. She looked like she could have been waiting there the entire night. When she saw him, though, her face lit up.
Oh, sorry. John, I was not looking at something, and you can't say I was. John, you're finally here. I've been waiting so long.
Good morning.
Run, bitch, run. Yes, it's a wonderful morning, 'cause John said good morning to me. I spent so long too nervous to talk to you, afraid that you would hate me. But we had such a nice talk. Yeah, that's what you want to call it. Now I'm barely nervous at all. But my heart, it goes crazy every time you get near, John.
Duh.
Isn't it horrible that we have to be in different classes? We should be together. Will you eat lunch with me today? Please, won't you?
She could sound so adorable. Normally, he'd be happy to have a girl like her asking to eat lunch together. But, well, sure. On the roof again?
No. There might be unkind people there, and you might feel sad again. No, I have a perfect place.
Where is it?
That's a secret. I'll show you at lunchtime.
He really wasn't sure how to feel about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't follow her.
For once, John had something to look forward to. Or dread. He wasn't sure. The minutes seemed to crawl by until it was finally lunchtime. When he went looking for Lizzy, he discovered that she was waiting behind him, completely silent, watching him. Hi, Lizzy.
Let's go, let's go. We don't need to go to the cafeteria. This way.
She practically dragged him away from the school and onto one of the paths in the nearby forest. Soon, they got far enough that they couldn't hear any sounds from the school.
Here is perfect. Just perfect.
Right. Lizzy faced away from him, giving a soft little laugh. Then suddenly, she whirled around, thrusting something toward him. It was a strap-on.
And a lunchbox.
And a lunchbox.
I worked really hard on this. You have to eat it. You have to.
You have to eat both the lunch and the strap-on. Okay. Thanks, Lizzy. She gave a little squeal and promptly sat down on a small rock. It seemed she had a second lunchbox of her own, but she kept it on her lap until he opened his. John was braced for a horror show, but to his surprise, it was just normal food. It actually looked pretty good.
There's only a little bit of human in there. And tree. Bob!
A little bit of tree in there. He took a bite, and it tasted good too. John realized that Lizzy was staring at him intensely, as if her life was on the line. So he smiled at her.
And then all he saw was blurriness. And then woke up in a basement.
It's really good. I really love this strap-on.
Yay! God, I hate you. Timing is everything. Yay! I worked so hard on it. Fucking hell, it's 1 a.m.
So, do you want to just eat together, or...
Why won't you accept my love? Damn, girl, right out of the freaking gate there, why don't you?
Why, John? Why?
That's a really intense line of conversation. Can we just chat?
Okay, tell me things. I want to know everything about you.
Well, I'm nothing special.
That's not true.
Let me see, what to say. Despite himself, John found it easy to talk to her. He was sure he was sounding like an idiot, rambling about stupid mundane topics, yet she listened to every word with rapt attention. It was bizarre to have someone actually care about his life. His father never had time. His friends were busy with their own things, and Mrs. Smith was just listening professionally. But Lizzy really cared. He knew that she wasn't well, and her obsession was probably sickness. Yet, a pathetic part of him didn't care, was just happy to have someone paying attention to him. Only after talking for a long time did he realize he was talking about himself like a self-centered jerk. She didn't seem to mind, but he still felt guilty. Sorry, I've been talking a lot. I can do that sometimes.
Oh god, Tatsu, why?
Oh, don't apologize. I like listening to you talk.
Oh my. We didn't just eat her love juice, did we?
You saw that anime, didn't you?
I did. I did see that anime.
Poor bastard, I know that made me cringe too.
It's actually pretty good if they're just a little bit salty. What? I made it just for you.
Bad boy.
It's been pretty boring, though. I mean, you already know a lot about me. Tell me about you.
I want to know everything about you. I've been watching you a long time. I know all the facts, but I still don't know everything. What's your cock size? I
6
can't
inches, like everyone else on the internet.
I can't see inside your head. That's where the important parts of John are. I can't see them without my knife. I wish there was a way to crack your head open and see all the thoughts inside.
John swallowed uncomfortably.
I don't blame him.
You can always just ask me what I'm thinking, okay?
Okay, you're so nice, John.
I don't know why I cannot do the Lola voice with her.
Boo. So, Lizzy, tell me about yourself.
Oh, there's nothing to tell. I'm not important. I just want to listen to you more.
Fact is, he's sitting alone, talking to himself, pretending to eat an invisible lunch. Everybody's just sitting around watching, like, what the fuck, man?
Yes, but if I want to know more about you, don't you want to tell me?
Ah, John is so kind. I don't deserve him.
So, what about your parents?
I killed him. I live alone.
Oh shit, I was kidding.
Well, neither of them wanted her, and then our parents don't want us. I guess we're 2 peas in a pod.
I'm Batman.
In a pod of crazy.
I live alone now. Neither of my parents wanted me anyway.
Yeah, she pulls her face off, and underneath is Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman.
Well, Batman is kind of an obsessive type, isn't he?
I'm sure that's not true. They probably
You don't have to make me feel better. I don't mind.
You don't mind that your parents...
My father never loved me anyways, and my mother's dead now. Okay.
Nice. Right.
Durr.
My parents separated too. They never made it formal, but yeah, they're separated. Mom doesn't like to visit, and Dad is always at work, so it's not like he's really there.
Why are all the parents in here scumbags?
To make us sympathize with our main characters.
You mean they just left you alone? How horrible! At least I
No,
killed mine.
I mean it's bad writing. Oh, Lizzy, right, okay.
How dare they just leave you like that?
Clubs! Are you in any after-school clubs? When he wasn't putting the conversation away from troubling topics, John actually found himself enjoying their talk. Or maybe he was just happy to be talking to someone and actually managing to pay attention to the conversation.
Mean that he wasn't during over?
He finished every bite of his love juice lunch without thinking about it.
Damn
Given
it,
the way
man!
she stared at the last crumbs while he finished them, that was probably a good thing. Too late it occurred to him that she might have tampered with the lunch, yet as she stared at him, so pleased that he had enjoyed it, John couldn't believe that she would do anything bad to him. As soon as he had that thought, he remembered the tree and shivered involuntarily. After school, John had barely gotten out of the door when he spotted Lizzy following him. It seemed as though she was stalking him, but when he made eye contact, she gave him a sweet smile and skipped forward.
John, let's walk home together.
Do we live in the same direction?
No, but don't worry. I'll walk back to my house later.
Which meant she did know where he lived. He really needed to be more cautious. Maybe we could do something else. You remember our promise?
There are 13 people watching this.
14.
At least over on YouTube.
14 on YouTube, yes.
Yes!
Getting medicine and therapy has really helped me a lot. I hope it will help you too. Actually, John, it's not helping you at all.
It's making
You're
you
actually
worse.
more depressed. Now, I think the easiest thing to do would be to take you to Mrs. Smith. She could...
No. No, I hate her. She's awful. She wants to take you away from me.
Wait a second now. That's not true. She just wants to help with Viagra and... oh.
John is too nice. He can't see what kind of person she is. I actually agree with her on this one, and that's scary. I have to protect him.
Whoa, Lizzy, wait. Calm down. If you don't want to talk to Mrs. Smith, we can do something else, okay?
Okay.
So, probably best not to choose a woman. There had to be a male Koitek pharmacist in town, right? Maybe one of them could prescribe something. But he really wasn't sure how that worked out. He had been counting on Mrs. Smith to guide the process, but now he'd have to figure it out himself. Lizzy, I need to do a little research first. Is that okay?
Okay, I'll follow you.
Ooh, bad move. Maybe it'd be easier if I did it myself. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
No. No, I don't like that idea.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
What was so
You can
funny?
bring another lunch. You can bring another lunch.
Okay, Snow. Okay, see you tomorrow, John.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I forgot to press the button.
He hoped that medication would help her stabilize. After all, she'd be cute if... Why exactly was he doing this? He had told himself it was to help her and make sure no one got hurt, but now he was hoping she could become normal and stay with him. Pathetic. He couldn't get a girlfriend normally, so he had to take advantage of some poor girl's obsession?
Should we call it here and continue it tomorrow?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's go like 2 more lines. Get to the next day and then we'll end it.
For now, it didn't matter. She really did need help, and he might be able to get her to it. It was just a question of how. The best way was probably to ask for advice, either from Mrs. Smith or a pharmacist. He could try to research some himself, though he doubted he'd be good at it. But he supposed it wouldn't hurt to ask her if she was taking anything else or had allergies or something. Ah, damn it. He should have done that earlier. Now it's too late. John realized that she was still following him. He shouldn't have been surprised. Okay, so asking her was still an option. But he only had so much time before he had to get home and do his schoolwork, so he needed to choose carefully.
Alright guys, with that, this is where we're gonna end it. Because I'm cruel. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you, Toes, for joining us. Are you gonna be off tomorrow?
I am going to be off tomorrow, but Raving Rabbids XCOM Mario comes out, so I'll be free probably after like 7 in the night. Probably sound great.
Just eye me when you're free and we'll stream more of this game, alright?
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah,
bye
good night,
guys.
Take my